Our Peru Hop tour is perfect for you.
Tell me more.
It's fully guided with great views. You'll love it.
Okay, if you're here in Lima and you want to figure out something to do and you don't know where to start, this is a good place to start right here. This is the tourist center here in Miraflores. So if you come in here, we got some people here we're gonna talk to. We're gonna find out a little bit more about what we can do here in Lima. What was your name again? Mafa, okay, she's a little shy, y'all, but hey.
Hi.
We got this walking tour. She was explaining to me a little bit about this, and I was asking about doing a food tour, and she was explaining a few things to me here. Can you go over just the one tour again?
Sure. About the food tour, it starts in Mercado Central or the Central Market,
Okay.
where you will taste something like calet papa con huevo. Papa con huevo is like a typical food here in Peru for the past. Just walking. Peruvians like to eat while walking, especially in the center of
While
Lima.
walking, okay.
Yeah,
I thought only Americans did that.
No, Peruvians do it like
Okay.
while we are going to work,
Right.
while we're doing our shopping.
Okay.
So papa con huevo is like, as it says, potato and egg, boiled egg.
Okay.
And we mix it with something called ají, which is a spicy sauce. This is more of the guy is gonna tell you, but we have different types of spices, and you will see here. Then you go to the Central Market, like inside, you will taste something called ceviche.
Okay.
Ceviche is the main food of Peru.
Right, I've had it before.
Obviously,
Yeah.
everyone know our ceviche. You will also taste like tropical fruits, like pineapple, tuna, papaya. There's a lot of fruits. It depends also on the season we are. Right now we're on tropical season, since it's summer, so there's a lot. Then you go to Capón Street. Capón Street is a small town, let's say, similar to Chinatown there in America, that mixes the Peruvian food with the Asian foods. Because here in Peru, we have a lot of Chinese, Japanese, and a little bit of Korean immigration.
Okay. I didn't know about the Koreans.
Yeah, we have a little bit of Koreans, not that much as Japanese and Chinese. More Chinese because we have, I don't know if you've seen here, Chifas.
Chifas, yeah.
Yeah, they will explain you the meaning of Chifa. So you will have the guide. This takes around 3 hours or so. It starts at 9:30 a.m. and ends at 2 p.m.
Okay.
You will go into a local bus to feel like a Peruvian. Then you have the main center downtown tour, which is more historical. It's the same place as the foodie tour, but this is like, as I said before, it's more historical. You will know about the story, what happened in the center of Lima. Why is some plazas call it like that. Also, we have the Miraflores tour, that is where in Parque del Amor or Park of Love, where you will see a statue called El Beso or the Kiss by Victor Delfin, which is a very popular artist over here. You will see Larcomar, which is the only shopping mall in Acantilado.
In the cliff.
In a cliff, yes. And it finished in the Parque 7 of June, which is where a reference of the fight we had with Chile in a lot of years ago. And the other tour we have is Barranco. The Barranco tour is a very picturesque district we have here in Peru. It starts in the main square, where you will see a lot of musicians, a lot of nightlife especially. Then goes to the Puente de los Suspiros or Bridge of Sights. They will explain you the story of why is it called like that. Then it ends on Bajada de Baños, which is the main entrance to the beach of Miraflores. Here is the other tour that goes to the south of Lima. We offer a hop-up buses, so you can create your own route. This is a one-day trip, so it means you go and then ends in Lima. You will come back to pick up at 5:30, 6 a.m. in your own hotel. That's the difference we have to another like bus stations, because most bus stations you need to go to their central, spend money on taxis.
So for this one, they come to your hotel.
All our services go to your hotel. The ones that involve our buses. Then you go with this bus to Paracas. Paracas is a beach. Very beautiful. Right now we're in summer. It doesn't really show it right now in Lima because Lima, the weather is very changeable, let's say, but in Paracas it's very sunny most of the year. And you will go to Islas Ballestas. Islas Ballestas is an island similar to Galapagos. You will see sea lions, penguins, and even dolphins in some times of the year. It's like 2 hours and it's very, very beautiful. Also, a very difference we have is that the beaches there are more blue, we say, the sea, in difference with Lima. Lima ones are a little bit green because we have planted them. Then you go to the Pisco Vineyard in Huacachina. Before arriving to Huacachina, there you will have a little degustation of pisco sour, which is our main drink in Peru. Sorry, pisco, the pure pisco.
Pisco sour is not
Pisco sour is like a mix of pisco, egg, sugar, and a little bit of ads and other things. It's more like a cocktail. Pisco itself is very, very strong. It's made with olives, and it has like a fermentation process. They will tell you like pisco.
I've had pisco sour, but I haven't had pisco, so
Prepare yourself because pisco is very strong.
So I gotta try that one. That's the one I haven't tried. We're gonna do that one next.
Just a little bit because we say tourists don't handle it very well. You will learn like also a little bit of wines as well, like pink wine and dark wine as well. Then you take the bus to Huacachina, you have a little bit of free time, and then go to the buggies and sandboarding.
oh, sandboarding. Okay.
Yes, in the oasis in Huacachina. Huacachina is a small oasis in the middle of the desert. It's one of the oases in South America. I think it's the only one we have.
Really?
Yeah, because Lima is a city in the desert.
So you're saying it's the only oasis in South America?
In South America. So you do the sandboarding. It's like lying down because we don't like allow the standing up. Some people can have injuries and we avoid that. The sandboarding is very beautiful because after that, the people do a little stop in the oasis to see the sunset. This is at 4 p.m. After that, you guys have another little free time till the bus at 7 a.m. goes out again to Lima and leaves you in your hotel. It makes little stops.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right, so that was a quick rundown of just two of the pamphlets they have here. If you come here though, you can see like they got all kind of stuff going on here. These ladies speak English. So you can see everything that's here. Everything that's going on. And this service right here is pretty much free. You were explaining to me before about the prices of things. For this one, you were saying it's basically tip-based?
Yeah, this is tip-based. This is free walking tour.
Right.
This is one of our operators.
Okay.
This one is with Peru Hop. $129. And if you want to stay a little bit more like 2 days, is $139, and the 3-day option is $149. Usually we recommend the 3 days if you want to do the Nazca flight, but the Nazca flight is not included yet because you have to pay a little fee to the airport.
The 149, and then plus you pay the airport tax.
Yeah, the airport tax plus 77 soles.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're heading right over to a spot that's right over there beyond that bus. A useful place to check out if you're a visitor here. So let's walk over there now. Yeah, I think we might know somebody that's in there. We'll go check her out.
¿No eres español?
No, poco, pero gracias.
Okay.
You know, if you're partying all night, you'll probably be around there. They got a lot of night activity going on. Yeah, let's go in and check it out right quick. So just give you a quick overview of all this. Hola. See, you can get data plans there for phones. You can talk to anybody here. Same thing as the other one. This location is a little bit different. It's more centrally located. You can see they have a lot more behind me on display.
TVs, it's what you think of when you think of a tourist center. In this one, they got everything you need. They got the bus to the airport, they got the pamphlets, local sims, and then they even got money exchange over there. They got everything here. So we're gonna sit down for a second and talk with Cielo, like the sky.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know the translation.
I got it a little bit.
What's this location called?
Okay, this is the Tourist Information Center, the office of Parque Kennedy.
Okay, so right away, what she asked the question I always get asked.
Are you going to Cusco?
Am I going to Cusco? I probably should go to Cusco because everybody asks that question. It seems like it's the wrong time of year to go to Cusco.
Right now, we're in rainy season, so the hours you have to enjoy Machu Picchu are
Condensed.
shorter. Yes.
What months are the good season to go?
Good season to go to Machu Picchu is the dry season. It goes from April till the third week of October.
Right now, it's basically rainy season.
Not the time to go.
Yeah, but for example, if you're going to Machu Picchu,
Right.
you can go past noon, past 12 p.m.
Okay.
So you can go 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So you can see everything clear.
Okay. Certain times of the day, it breaks and it's clear for. Okay.
So if you depart from Lima, you will be going all the way from Lima to the south to end in Cusco.
Okay.
This is a long pass. We work with Peru Hop.
Gotcha.
Peru Hop, it's a service, it's a bus service that offers the hop on, hop off. This ticket is available for 1 year. So you can stay as long as you want in each
Wait.
stop.
You said you buy it and you get to keep the ticket for 1 year?
Yeah. That's the benefit of Peru Hop.
I see now.
But it's just one way. So you can go to Paracas. In Paracas, you got the National Reserve, you got the Ballestas Islands. So in there, you can do tours, for example, in the National Reserve, like the Golden Shallows trek. So you can see like the sunset in there. You can do those buggy cars.
This one here.
This is the Ballestas Island. It's part of the National Reserve.
Yeah, I think I heard about this. Where they have the sea lions and seals and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have seals. We only have sea lions.
What's the difference?
It's the ears. With the seal, you can see the ears. This one. I'm going to show you a picture of a sea lion. I have it in here because I went to the tour
Yeah.
a few days ago.
A few days ago. You didn't take me with you?
Sorry, I didn't know you were going.
Hey. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So that's them. You're going to find them in the Ballestas Islands. The Ballestas Islands is 20 kilometers away from Paracas coast. So it's basically this tour lasts 2 hours.
2 hours from here.
No, 2 hours from Paracas. Because from Lima to Paracas, it's 3 hours away.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. That's in the south. Paracas and Huacachina are in Ica. Ica, it's a department.
Yeah.
Same as Lima. So you have Paracas, you have Huacachina. Huacachina is the desert. This is Huacachina. So in Huacachina, you will find the oasis. And in here, what you can do is the buggies and the sandboarding. Okay, the sandboarding is the activity, it's all laying down. Like you lay on your stomach and you go all the way down in there.
What I'm actually getting from this is how the hop on, hop off works. But if I was to buy the ticket and I want to go to
Huacachina.
Huacachina and I'm there, then I have to find my own way back to Lima.
Yeah, but this ticket goes straight from Lima to Cusco, doing the hop on, hop off, just so you can see all the things that you have in each stop.
Right.
As I was saying, you've got Paracas, you've got Huacachina, you've got Nazca. In Nazca, you've got the Nazca lines, you have a cemetery that is Chauchilla,
Okay.
you have the aqueducts in there, and after that you have Arequipa. And in Arequipa, you will find the Colca Canyon. Arequipa is called the White City
Yes.
because of the volcanic ashes.
Okay.
This is Arequipa. And the Colca Canyon is as twice as deep as the Grand Canyon.
Jesus.
So it's bigger. That's it. And after that, you go to Puno. And in Puno, you've got the lake Titicaca. Titicaca Lake. In there, you will find the Uros Islands. The Uros Islands, we have it in here. This is it. The Uros.
Gotcha. All right.
That's it. And you end up in Cusco. And in Cusco, you can do Rainbow Mountain, Sacred
Machu
Valley, Machu Picchu, that is the most common one.
Right.
You've got also the 7 lakes.
7 lakes. Okay.
Yeah. You will find it in here. Those are all the tours that you can do in
Okay.
Cusco.
We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. I think the first place I want to go is probably this place with
Yeah.
the buggies, the oasis, and all that. I was talking to a young lady at the last place. I think we were talking about that. And I thought she was supposed to be working here today.
Mafe.
Mafia, yeah.
Yeah. So they switch the offices, and we're here with Naida.
All right, well, you know, I said we was going to see somebody we knew, but we met somebody new. So if you come to Lima, you come to Peru, check out one of these offices, and then, you know, you got friendly people like her and our friend Mafa over there, the other one, and they'll hook you up, man. They'll make sure that you're good to go with all the information you need. And just a few blocks from the tourist center is Gringo Tuesdays at Eden Bar. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of language exchanges. If you're into that, it's a good place to meet cool people, maybe even make some new friends, and have interesting conversations, and later on in the night, turns into a party. This is Gringo Tuesdays Lima. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out some of these other videos right here.